I'm NeuroShock88, and this is the only walkthrough you'll ever need for the boss battle against Andrius, the Dominator of Wolves in Genshin Impact. First things first, if you've not done raids or side quests in the Womandom area to unlock this boss fight, you need to head over there and unlock it. It will be somewhere in this general area. Once you've unlocked it, I suggest teleporting to this teleporter right here. It's the closest one. There'll be a cliff right here. You can climb up directly and fly straight down to the boss fight. Once you've arrived, you'll fly down into the Coliseum and interact with the blue glowing sword to start the battle. Once the battle starts, you will have a little bit of time to do a little bit of chip damage against the boss before he'll start engaging you. This boss has several different attack patterns. The attack pattern on your screen right now is a full 360 AoE. As long as the ice puddle is on the ground and you are inside of it, you will be slowed, and if you are still on the ice when the AoE triggers, you will take damage. This attack is a frontal swipe. He can do this anywhere from 1 to 3 times in a row, and if you are anywhere in his front 180-degree radius, you will take damage. But this attack is easy to dodge. If you are able to get inside of it, you can avoid it. If you are outside of it, you can avoid it. It has a very small window to actually connect. Andrius also has the ability to launch 3 backwards moving projectiles, which will cause ice crystals to spawn at their detonation location. These ice crystals will then last 5 to 10 seconds on the field before detonation, and when they detonate, they will cause AoE damage in a tight bubble on their position. During this next attack, Andrius will summon an ice puddle on the ground at your location, which causes a slowing effect. Then he will launch himself into the air. If you are still on the ice puddle when he reconnects with the ground, you will take damage. This boss also has the ability to do a frontal dash attack, which will leave an ice puddle in its trail, and if your character is in the ice puddle, you will have a slowing effect. Are you noticing a trend? This dash is not hard to dodge. However, if you are hit with it, it will cause moderate to high damage. This boss also has the ability to launch 3 projectiles to his sides, which on detonation will cause ice crystals to spawn, and after 5 to 10 seconds of being on the map, the ice crystals will explode, causing AoE damage in a tight vicinity. After a certain amount of time, Andrius will enter into his running mode, in which he will darken the map, cause an ice circle to spawn on the outer ring, and will run circles around the map, occasionally dashing at your character. This will go on and on until Andrius will eventually cast an ice puddle on your location and then jump to it. This ice puddle works just like the one before it. If you are on the ice puddle when it connects with the ground, you will take damage. Congratulations, if you've made it to this point, you will have officially reached phase change. Phase change can occur anytime between 50 and 60% HP, in which the boss will turn snow white. He will do a shake-off motion and cause icicles to start falling randomly around the map. These icicles will target your character and are best avoided because contact with these icicles will immediately freeze your character. They don't do a lot of damage, but they do moderate damage, and they freeze you, which is the most dangerous part, so again, they are best avoided. This boss also has the ability to jet out an ice path directly in front of him, which will cause a slowing effect and then cause icicle eruptions to jet out of the ground that will cause massive damage. Avoid this at all costs. After phase change, this boss gains the ability to do a backwards 180 cleave that will cause moderate damage. You can tell this attack is going to launch because he will lift his back leg and slam it just prior to the tail swipe going off. Not every time he does it, but occasionally the boss will do a frontal swipe immediately followed by a tail swipe to catch the full 360 radius. The only way to dodge this is to be on his direct right or left in the center, dodge the front swipe, then dodge the back swipe. This boss can also let out a 3-line conal AoE attack that deals massive damage, so it's best avoided. And finally, this boss can let out an AoE pulse attack that has a decent radius, but it can be avoided by being at least medium to far distance away from the boss. After that, it's rinse and repeat of the same attacks, and you DPS the boss down until you win. Once he dies, be warned. On the way to claim your loot, he will launch one final attack of 3 icicle arrows targeting the ground, which will cause damage and freezing. If you can avoid this, the loot's yours to claim and you have beaten the encounter. Congratulations, and thank you for watching this walkthrough of how to beat Andrius, the Dominator of Wolves in Genshin Impact.